Have you ever felt it? That silent hum of unfulfilled capability. A sense that there's a gigantic potential locked inside you. A stronger, more disciplined, more creative version of yourself that just can't seem to break free. You see the path you want to be on, but an invisible force holds you in place. You are not alone in this feeling. It is the modern condition of being overwhelmed by choice and paralyzed by ambition. Let me describe it again. We are overwhelmed by choice because in this digital world we can potentially do anything, and paralyzed by ambition. We want so badly to be like Jeff Bezos that we get stuck. Doesn't that resonate with you? Today, we're not going to talk about grand gestures or overnight transformations. We are going to explore a far more potent, more sustainable tool to unlock that dormant self, the art of the daily challenge. We're not talking about bungee jumping every day, but rather small, intentional, and strategic steps that, over time, will lead you to incredible places. Let's first dissect the psychological trap many of us fall into. Big goals, writing a book, starting a business, mastering a skill, can feel intimidating. It's like standing at the base of a colossal mountain and trying to reach the summit in a single leap. The sheer scale of it can be crushing, leading to procrastination, self-doubt, and ultimately, inaction. The daily challenge is the antidote to this paralysis. It is a philosophy of action built on one fundamental truth. Small, consistent wins are the architects of monumental change. To understand why this works, we must first understand the brain. Your brain is, in essence, a prediction and learning machine. It constantly updates its model of the world, and most importantly, its model of you. Every experience you have is a data point. When you set a goal and fail, when you say you'll go to the gym and don't, or try a project and give up, you are feeding your brain a piece of evidence. That evidence creates a story. I am someone who doesn't follow through. I am someone who fails. Every bad experience, every broken promise to yourself teaches your brain that you cannot do it. This creates a negative feedback loop, building a prison of self-perceived limitation. But the reverse is just as powerful. Every good experience, every promise kept, teaches your brain the opposite. When you complete a challenge, no matter how small, your brain registers a micro-victory. It gets a data point that says, I did it. It learns, I am someone who follows through. I am someone who accomplishes what they set out to do. The logic of daily simple challenges is precisely this: to intentionally and systematically fulfill your mind with good success experiences. You are stacking the evidence in your favor. You are consciously curating the data your brain uses to define you. Over time, these small, I did it moments compound, overwriting the old narrative of failure with a new, powerful narrative of competence and capability. This is how you build genuine, unshakable self-confidence, not from empty affirmations, but from a mountain of undeniable proof. This brings us to a critical strategic point. When you are just starting, when your confidence is fragile, you are not trying to conquer the world. You are trying to conquer your own inertia. Think of a massive, heavy flywheel. Getting it to start turning takes an enormous amount of effort for very little visible movement. This is the hardest part. Many people try to apply all their force at once. They start a brutal diet, a 5-day-a-week gym routine, and a new business plan all in the same week. They are trying to spin the flywheel at full speed from a dead stop. The result is almost always the same: burnout and failure, which reinforces the negative belief that I can't do it. You must respect the physics of change. At this point, you are trying to start a positive path, to rebuild your confidence. It's not the time, not yet, to start those big, life-altering projects. Your primary goal is to get the flywheel to make one single, successful rotation. Build momentum first, then escalate. The beauty of a daily challenge is that it is a consistent, manageable push on that flywheel. A 10-minute walk, writing 100 words, making one phone call you've been avoiding. Each push is small, but it's a push in the right direction. Soon, the wheel begins to turn on its own. The inertia is broken. What once required immense willpower now becomes habit. This is momentum. Once you have it, you can begin to escalate your ambitions. But you must earn it first, one small win at a time. So, how do you put this into practice? Here is a simple 4-part framework. 1. Start small and focused. This sounds simple, but it is the most violated rule. Your ego will tell you to do more. Ignore it. Consistency is infinitely more important than intensity at the beginning. One challenge well completed each day is better than trying 10 and failing to complete any. Your goal for the first 2 weeks isn't progress, it's consistency. If you want to read more, don't set a goal to read a book a week. Your challenge is read 1 page. If you want to get fit, your challenge is not go to the gym for an hour. It is put on your workout clothes and do 10 push-ups at home. Make it so easy you can't say no. 2. Align with your life goals. The challenges must not be random. They need to be vectors, all pointing toward the person you want to become. Completing challenges just for the sake of it is busy work. It won't lead to a feeling of purpose. Ask yourself, what is a major goal I have for my life in 1 year? Then break it down. What is one tiny action that, if done every day, would move me closer to that goal? If your goal is to be less shy, a challenge could be asking a cashier how their day is going. If your goal is to learn a language, your challenge could be completing 1 lesson on an app. The more direct the link between your daily action and your long-term vision, the more motivated you will be. 3. The principle of progressive discomfort. Here lies the magic of growth. To evolve, we must leave our comfort zone. Discomfort is not the enemy. It is the signal that you are expanding your boundaries. Think of it like training a muscle. If you lift the same weight forever, you will never get stronger. You must add a little more weight over time. This is progressive overload. The same applies here. If you're sedentary, a 10-minute walk is a great starting challenge. After a week, the discomfort fades. It's time to progress. The next challenge becomes a 12-minute walk, then 15. The key is to operate in the growth zone, that sweet spot just outside your comfort zone, but not so far out that you enter the panic zone. It should be challenging, but achievable. This gentle, progressive push is what transforms you. 4. Plan, act, and record. Your intention must be made concrete. You must plan and record the challenges you complete. Use a journal, a simple app, or a calendar. This serves 2 purposes. First, it externalizes your commitment, making it real. Second, it creates your treasure map. Weeks or months from now, you will look back at this record and see an unbroken chain of success. You will have a visual testament to your own discipline and power. But what if planning itself is your biggest hurdle? For many, the true challenge is this meta-action, the action of organizing and projecting future actions. If you struggle with this, then make planning the challenge. Don't worry about anything else. Your daily challenge for today might be spend 15 minutes planning my challenges for the rest of the week. Or organize my desk so I know where everything is. Think of planning and organizing not as a prerequisite for action, but as an action itself, a muscle to be trained just like any other. There will be a day when you fail. You'll be too tired, too busy, or you'll simply forget. This is not a catastrophe. It is a data point. The goal is not perfection. It is persistence. When you miss a day, do not despair. Instead, apply the 2-day rule. You can miss 1 day, but you are not allowed to miss 2 days in a row. This prevents a single slip-up from turning into a downward spiral. The second thing you must do is analyze without judgment. Why did you fail? Was the challenge too ambitious? Was your environment not set up for success? Learn from the failure, adjust the challenge, and begin again the next day. A failed day is only a total loss if you learn nothing from it. The person you want to be is not forged in a single, fiery moment of inspiration. They are built slowly, deliberately, through the accumulation of thousands of small, conscious choices, through daily challenges. So, let's bring this out of the abstract and into reality. What is your first daily challenge for tomorrow? Don't just think about it, decide on it. Make it small, make it meaningful, make it an arrow pointing towards your greater goal. Great changes come from small, consistent steps. Your potential is not a destination to be found, but a path to be built, stone by stone. You have the power to transform your life, one challenge at a time. Write your challenge for tomorrow in the comments below. Make a public declaration. Your journey of unleashing your potential doesn't start next year, next month, or next week. It starts with one small, deliberate action. Start today.